This is Mark Bell from SuperTraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West. This message is brought to you by HowMuchYouBench.net, the Sling Shot, and the only power magazine in the world, thepowermagazine.com. We got a question to answer today, and it's from Team Big Lift off the YouTubes, and he would like to know how to utilize his Mad Dog Sling Shot to the best of his ability so he can make the best improvements. First of all, Team Big Lift, I watch you lift, and you're lifting like shit, buddy. You're accelerating as you're coming down towards your chest, and that is a no-no here at the Power Project. The Power Project Army does not lift like that. It is unacceptable. It is an illegal maneuver, and I hate to see it because it will not build strength. Whether utilizing the slingshot or not utilizing the slingshot, that is a recipe for staying the same. And if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. You end up going backwards with that form, so you clean that shit up. And you know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you don't know what I'm saying here. You should never accelerate towards your chest when doing a bench press. If anything, you should slow down slightly, get a little bit of a pause, and push the weights back up. The momentum on the way down should be similar throughout the entire range of motion. For those of you that are using the slingshot, yeah, you do want to push into that slingshot a little harder. You do want to get a little extra pop, a little extra rebound from the sucker, and you do want to try to drop the weights down in there dynamically, but you don't want to be haphazard about it, and still you don't want to accelerate. Like what you're doing is basically you're coming from here, you're bringing the weights down, and then you're doing the prison lift, where you go, whoop, whoop. And the prison lift is named that because guys in prison bounce weights off their chest, at least when they were allowed to lift weights. That's what they would do. You'd always see that shit. And then I always used to see guys at Gold's Gym that looked like they got out of prison, benching with towels on their chest, and that's kind of how the name got there. But they would bench with towels on their chest, and they'd just heave-ho the weight off their chest. So you don't want to be lifting like that. You want to lift in a more controlled fashion. And in order to get the most out of the slingshot, no matter which slingshot you have, I believe, and I'm the inventor, so what I say goes, that if you're going to get the most out of your slanger, then you're going to need to pause your reps. And you're going to also need to do some reps. Doing singles and stuff like that can be a lot of fun. It's a nice way to overload your body. But getting repetitions in there is going to be crucial. That's really going to be the stuff that that teaches your body how to handle those heavier weights. Plus, the slingshot is making it easier by leaps and bounds to hit a bench press and to hit a bench press without any pain. So if you can do a double, a triple, or a set of 5 with 90%, 95%, and even in some cases 100%, then why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you get more work in? Get more work in, but get more quality work in. Pause those bench presses on your chest for a 1 count and then push the weight back up. That'll help you get rid of what you're doing, where you're dropping those weights down on your chest and then trying to heave-ho them back up. So let's get rid of that. That'll be the first thing. And then how to utilize the slinger. There's always a lot of questions about how to wear the slingshot. So let's talk about that for just a second here. You said you have the Mad Dog slingshot, and you've also seen the video where you're handling about 500 pounds. So you already know how to handle some weights. You can wear the slingshot wherever you'd like, whatever feels more comfortable to you. But for those of you that are newer out there, those of you who bought them for Christmas presents and things like that, and are trying to figure out where the hell to wear this thing, the little stitching, the little hole that's for the elbow, that you think is for the elbow is not actually for the elbow. It was intended so you can hork the thing on easier. I actually did away with those, so you won't be seeing those anymore because they simply cause more confusion than anything else. But that was kind of meant to be a little thing where you can stick your fingers in there and you can slide the thing up. But they were always made off to the back side too much, and they're a little hard to get to, especially for the bigger athletes. But it wasn't intended to stick your elbow through it. A slingshot for taller athletes and for weaker athletes. Nobody likes to be in that category, but that's the way it is. Most of those people like to wear it up higher. They like to wear it around their bicep. they like to not wear it like an elbow sleeve. Stronger athletes, power lifters, thicker people, guys with giant stomachs, and guys that want to get the most out of the slingshot, they will wear it lower. They will wear it like an elbow sleeve. For women, for almost every woman that I've dealt with in terms of the slingshot, almost every single one of them like to wear it up high to the point where their elbow is actually showing. So that's how you wear the slingshot. Now, how do you utilize it? How are you going to incorporate it? Incorporate it into your heavy lifting. I would say, do some of your raw lifting, whatever. I'm not going to sit here and preach to you on what style of training you should be doing. But whatever style of training you're currently using, get yourself to do some raw work beforehand if you're not injured. If you're injured, then just use the slingshot the whole workout. But if you are not injured and you can push yourself raw without the slingshot, I always recommend that. You want to do a little bit of both to get the most benefit out of being a raw lifter and being a lifter that utilizes a product such as a slingshot, which will help you overload and handle more volume. So what I would suggest here is get yourself to a point where you work yourself up to a set that's about a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. Get yourself to about an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10, and maybe even close to an 8.5 and a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10, and then put your slingshot on. So push yourself a little bit for 2 or 3 sets. It's not going to kill you without the slingshot on. Get the slingshot on and repeat that again. Do about 3 sets. Do one that's about an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10, one that's about 8.5, one that's about a 9, somewhere in that range with the slingshot on. Another way to go about utilizing the slingshot is to do multiple singles or doubles, 5 or 6 singles or doubles with 85-90%. So you're handling, 85 to 95% depending on the person. So you're going to be handling a pretty good weight. If you're benching 500 pounds like you did in the video there, that was a little sloppy. I'd like to see you clean that up. But let's just say for argument's sake, you do a set with 465, and then you do a set with about 480, and then you do a set with about 490, and maybe one more set after that with 490, all with pauses. That's going to be a great workout for you. That's going to be an awesome workout for you. That's going to be something that's very challenging for you. It's going to help your lockout quite a bit, and it's going to teach your body to fight through those heavy weights. So that's some tips on how to utilize the slingshot. Remember, the slingshot from howmuchyoubench.net can also be utilized for push-ups and dips. And that is it from supertraining.tv.